Hello there everyone! NFT Nuggets welcomes you back. As a result, this will be a thorough step-by-step instruction to buying and selling NFTs. So make sure you watch the entire video because you'll learn everything there is to know about NFTs and how to get started making money right away. So without further ado, let's get right down to business. So this slide summarizes what we'll be covering in this course. So the first thing we'll do is, what does it mean to be fungible and non-fungible? And what does it mean to be both? Then we'll talk about what NFTs are, how they work, and why they can be so expensive. After that, we'll look at the wealth potential of NFTs and how you can earn from investing in them. Then go over a quick history of NFTs. I'll actually be taking you guys through some of these marketplaces and teaching you how to use them. And then we'll go into how to sell arts as NFTs. I'll actually be bringing you guys through some of these marketplaces and showing you how to use them. So I'll show you how to submit your own artwork and transform it into an NFT. After that, we'll discuss the huge world of NFT collectibles. So, in a nutshell, NFT exists in both athletic and virtual worlds. Then we'll go through the specific measures you can take right now to begin making money in the realm of NFT. Fungible. So, what does it mean to be fungible, first and foremost? The term fungible only refers to a group of items. Hence, a single item cannot be fungible, and a group of items is fungible if each of its members is identical in some sense. If every member of this group is identical, members can quickly and without difficulty be traded. So that seems a little odd. But fungible things include fiat money like the US dollar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital currencies. Take a look at the image on the right, for example. You can see that grade 2 corn is fungible with grade 2 corn, correct? As a result, these two items can be traded without difficulty because they are identical. Money is also fungible, which means that if you have a $10 bill and two $5 bills, they are both fungible. Non-fungible. So what exactly does it mean to be non-fungible? So a group of items is deemed non-fungible if each member is unique, which can be a little confusing, but let's go over some examples of non-fungible stuff. So on one side of that first photo, you can see a picture of one cat. And on the other side, you can see a picture of another cat. Because they are not the same, these two are non-fungible. So on the second row, we have front row movie theater tickets and back row movie theater tickets to use as an example. These are non-fungible since a front row ticket is plainly more valuable than a back row ticket. The third row depicts two residences that are not identical. As a result, those are non-fungible. So basically, if two objects aren't identical, they won't be fungible. NFT. Let's have a look at what NFTs are. So NFT stands for non-fungible tokens, and we may anticipate an NFT to refer to fully unique goods. NFT is nothing more than a digital data unit stored on a blockchain. Basically, this blockchain will validate the originality and authenticity of the unit of data, which may be anything from a snapshot to a video clip to an audio clip and so on. Now, I realize that the majority of you will think of NFTs as really costly art, and you would be correct since it is a form of NFT. But there is so much more to NFTs than the digital virtual art world. Let's look at how NFTs function now that we know what fungible and non-fungible are and what they are. What are NFTs and how do they work? Provable uniqueness and provable ownership are the two primary characteristics of NFTs to consider. So, what do these characteristics imply? Provable uniqueness. Provable uniqueness most likely addresses a question you've been asking yourself about NFTs. Can't digital art be readily duplicated or copied and pasted? So the quick answer is yes. You may duplicate and copy these images. However, when you mint and exchange digital art that is registered on a blockchain, the blockchain understands that the art is original and real. That's essentially how you demonstrate it, because every creation or transaction is watched and authenticated by a network of computers. The blockchain makes digital art fraud-proof. In other words, proven uniqueness is one of the many advantages of blockchain technology, which allows users to mint and trade NFTs. Provable ownership. Let's move on to proving ownership. This is just another advantage of blockchain technology. When an NFT is moved or exchanged with another user, the transaction is recorded on the blockchain, making it entirely public and visible to everybody. This means that the owner of NFT can be properly verified because the information has been documented and made public. It means that the blockchain not only knows who owns an NFT now, but also who owns it in the future. It also has a list of all the former proprietors of the NFT. So basically, we can monitor the owners through the blockchain, which is what makes NFTs so unique. Therefore, if you've been paying attention to the news lately, you're aware that NFTs may be quite costly. So we're all wondering how NFTs can be so pricey. We all know that demand is what determines a product's price. But what drives that demand? We'll go over some of the factors that contribute to some NFTs being worth significantly more than others. First and foremost, what is the backstory of this NFT? The more bizarre the narrative, the more bizarre the price. This is a rather simple concept that can also be applied to things like YouTube. The crazier a YouTube video's thumbnail or title is, the more views it can receive. Another thing to think about is the context of this NFT, right? The more bizarre the context, the more bizarre the price. We must also consider who created this, because people want to acquire NFTs produced by celebrities. We must also evaluate when the NFT was created. Wouldn't it be fantastic? For example, in general, the older the NFT, the better. But there are instances when new NFTs might be worth a lot more than old NFTs. And that's just going to be a combination of all these different elements. Basically, a lot of things can affect the price of the NFT, since all of these different variables will affect the demand for the NFT, which is what will truly drive up the price. So far, we've discussed the reasons why aunties can charge exorbitant charges, but how outrageous can these prices be? Christie's auction house presented its first ever digital art sale, and the most expensive NFT ever sold was sold there. That NFT was titled The First 5,000 Days, and it was created by Michael Winkelmann, also known as Beeple, and it went for a cool $69 million. You may look at the NFT on their right, and just to give you some context or backstory, this piece is basically a collage of arts that individuals haven't produced for every single day since May of 2007. From May of 2007 until February of 2021, this guy, Beeple, made a single piece of artwork every day, totaling 14 years of artwork, including 5,000 digital photos. That's a crazy story with a bizarre setting. Clearly, a lot of work put into it, and that's what was able to push up the price. Now, I'm not suggesting that you expect to make $69 million from one of your first art pieces anytime soon, but this example demonstrates how pricey NFTs can be. So if you're looking into NFTs, you're probably looking to invest your money. But these are quite volatile and risky to trade with, so it's important to diversify your investments with some safer bets. Which brings us to Wealthfront, a fantastic robo-advisor platform that allows you to invest in ETFs and gain passive crypto exposure. Wealthfront is the only platform that allows you to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum as part of a diverse investment portfolio with automated rebalancing. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and Grayscale Ethereum Trust from Wealthfront make this possible. So when you utilize Wealthfront, they'll let you invest in crypto without buying it directly, so you can get into it for less money and with less risk. They also offer hundreds of ETFs to select from, all of which have been approved by their specialists. As a result, you may create your own portfolio with everything from technology to renewable energy to the S&P 500, allowing you to invest for long-term wealth. It's also a very user-friendly tool and platform, and their software does an excellent job of constructing a diversified portfolio based on your risk tolerance, as well as handling rebalancing and tax loss harvesting. With our link in the description, you can get your first $5,000 mesh for free right now. And after that, it's simply a 0.25% annual advising cost. Now that we know what NFTs are, how they function, and how outrageously expensive they can be, let's look at some examples. NFTs, a brief history. Let's take a look at the life cycle of NFTs. By the way, we should talk about 3 generations or capabilities of NFTs, which is still happening. The first is NFT 1, followed by NFT 2.0, and finally NFT 3.0. 1.0 NFT. NFT 1.0 refers to the first generation of NFTs, which includes digital art on the blockchain that can be viewed and exchanged, such as CryptoPunks and CryptoKitties, among other things. So, in a nutshell, this generation just describes everything we now know about NFTs. Digital art that can be collected and traded, but things naturally evolve over time. NFT 2.0. Then there's NFT 2.0, which incorporates digital art with acquired characteristics, functions, and utilities. So, for example, certain NFTs can assist you in obtaining loans, while others can provide you with discounts on blockchain-related items or services. NFT jigs, for example, is an example of NFT 2.0. These are things that can be programmed to perform any task. They can be used as building blocks in games, for example. It's a little difficult to grasp at first, but this is a brand new concept. NFT 3.0. Then there's NFT 3.0, which entails digital arts with authoritative functions such as ownership. It implies that NFTs can communicate with one another. They can perform actions, send NFTs, and own other NFTs, among other things. For example, a video game character who is an NFT can now own a sword that is also an NFT within the game. And what's even better is that NFT video game character now owns that NFT sword. That NFT sword has the potential to improve the NFT video game character. RMRK, for example, is an NFT 3.0 project that launches its own unique ICOs or initial coin offerings. These initial coin offerings have dynamic NFTs or NFTs that are programmed to vary over time. What is the best way to generate money with NFTs? Let's move on to the section on how to make money with NFTs. So there are 2 primary methods for making money with NFTs. The first is to sell your own artwork, while the second is to simply gather NFTs. So it's all about making money by purchasing and selling goods. Selling. Let's start with selling your own paintings as a nonprofit. NFTs can also be bought of as a smart contract that certifies that this digital art is the original. In other words, the NFT refers to both the digital artwork and the blockchain contract stating that the item was created by you and is unique. So every time you sell a digital original piece, it will be recorded on the blockchain, and you, as the creator, will have access to the NFT's whole transaction history, allowing you to see how your work moves through the secondary market. One of the most significant aspects of the crypto world is that you can set a charge for your digital artwork, which is normally between 5 and 10% of what you receive each time someone resolves your artwork. In other words, if someone resells your work for $1 million, you'll make $10,000 on the transaction if you set your charge at 10%. Even if you originally sold your artwork for 50 cents, as more and more people buy and resell your artwork, you can make a passive income from it. This ownership charge is far more difficult to police with physical artwork, but you can understand why it would be quite easy to implement with digital artwork thanks to blockchain technology. It allows creators and artists to focus less on money and how much they originally sell artwork for and more on being creative and creating the best type of artwork they can. It also provides passive income and the ability to set a fee when people buy and resell your artwork, which is pretty amazing. Now, we've been talking about selling digital artworks as NFTs, but the truth is that you can sell anything as an NFT as long as it can be digitized, which includes the vast majority of items we encounter in our daily lives. For example, Twitter's founder Jack Dorsey sold a tweet he made, which was the first tweet ever, for $2.9 million. Then there was Elon Musk, who almost auctioned off his song about NFT as an NFT. So you can assume that if you were Elon Musk and constructed that NFT, it would most likely sell for a lot of money. NFT Mint. So let's talk about how to mint an NFT, which is to say, how to make and sell one. The first step is to download Metamask, which is a Chrome plugin that serves as an all-in-one virtual wallet and e-signature solution. The second stage will be to construct an e-wallet on Metamask and then send Ethereum to that wallet. If you don't have Ethereum yet, you can use the link below to purchase it on Coinbase with your credit card. However, there are other more exchanges in which you can participate, so you are free to choose. After that, you can mint NFT and buy it on any of the NFT marketplaces listed on the next slide. NFT marketplaces. As a result, the three largest NFT marketplaces will be OpenSea, Rarible, and Foundation. NFT marketplaces. OpenSea. Let's start with the OpenSea, which is arguably the most familiar to most people. It is the largest of the three marketplaces, and it is completely open and democratic. There is no need for verification, so anyone can establish an account and get started. And if you glance around the platform, you'll notice that there is a huge range of art and treasures. There is no coding required, making it even easier for anyone to get started. Only a one-time gas payment of $50 to $100 is required to auction your NFTs. Rarible. Rarible is the second marketplace, and it's similar to OpenSea in that it's completely open and democratic. However, you do have to pay for each artwork you mint. However, because there is much less traffic and fewer collections on it, it is a tremendously powerful platform. Rarible is mostly used to mint one-of-a-kind items, and because it is less crowded than OpenSea, presenting your work to other visitors is likely to be much easier. Foundation. The Foundation platform is the third platform we discuss. It's arguably the most tough to get into because minting an artwork requires a particular number of community upvotes. Or you can get a direct request to become a minter or seller from another artist on the platform. There is also a higher gas cost for minting an NFT with Foundation, and Foundation houses better quality art for higher pricing because to its uniqueness. Now, we're going to walk you through the process of creating a Metamask account, creating a wallet, transferring money from Coinbase to that wallet, and finally using Ethereum on OpenSea. So we've arrived at the Chrome web store, and the first thing we'll do is look for the term Metamask. So here it is, a link to click on, and we'll add it to Chrome. It will ask whether you want to confirm adding the Metamask, and then we will click Add Extension. Cool. So now that it's installed, we'll go ahead and go here to get started. And since we don't have a wallet yet, we'll go ahead and click here to get started. We are going to construct a wallet by clicking here. It will ask you if you want to know and if you want to help develop Metamask. We'll simply select No Thank You. It will ask us to create a password. After that, we'll select this and press the Create button. It will now request that you safeguard your wallet and view this video. So we'll hand it over to you and it'll give you a secret backup phrase. So this is the word that will allow you to back up or restore your account. And it's critical that you don't forget it. So you can either click here to expose those words, write them down, and save them somewhere secure, or you can do it later. So now we're in our MetaMask account and wallet. And you can see that we currently have no F in it because we haven't sent any funds there. So in the mask, you can purchase Ethereum directly from here. So we're going to click here, copy to keyboard, and this is your Ethereum address. This is what you want to use as your recipient address. and we are going into Coinbase right now and send that money over. For those of you who haven't yet acquired Ethereum, you can come up here to buy or sell. And if you want to obtain $10 worth of free Bitcoin, you can use the Sanford Coinbase link in the description below. So now that we've arrived, we'll proceed to this location in order to purchase Ethereum. Ethereum will be our choice. You can buy whichever much you want. So let's say you want to spend $50. After that, you can return to this page and click the Buy Now button. Now that we have enough ETH in our account, we'll just do that, and once you've done that, you can go here and click on Send or Receive. It's set for BTC Bitcoin because we're sending Ethereum and we'll be on the Send button right now. As a result, we're going to change it to Ethereum. Let's imagine we need to send more than $50 in Ethereum. We're going to paste the address we previously copied. We can add a note if we wish and then click Proceed. It will ask us to confirm that, and then we click Submit. So the transaction will take a few minutes to complete, but once it does, you'll notice that the balance has shown in your Metamask. Following that, you can visit the OpenSea website. This is only the first of many that we'll show you. You can look at some of the other platforms such as Rarible, but for the purposes of this video, I'm only going to show you OpenSea because it is the largest marketplace. So if you want to start buying NFTs or minting your own NFTs, you can create an account here and it will ask you to sign into your wallet. So we'll hit sign in next, then connect, then sign right here, and it'll take us to our account. Now we can actually make our own NFT, which we'll show you how to do right now. How do you go about making your own NFT? As you can see, you can upload an image, a video file, an audio file, or a 3D model, and these are the only kinds that are now supported. So we're going to look for our file, which we've already made. This is a quick piece of artwork we did for this video, and we're going to drag and drop it right here and name it. So let's suppose it's a test NFT Charlie, and we'll add an external link later. So if we provide a link to this, users will be able to learn more about it by clicking on it. Then we can add a description to this image so that we can write anything about it. After that, we can choose a collection for this item to appear in and apply properties to. These are linguistic characteristics that appear as rectangles. If you want to do this as you can type, let's see what we can do. We can add more if we want, but for now, we'll simply add one. We can also increase the number of levels. As a result, these are numerical characteristics that appear as a progress bar. We can include statistics and unlocks material. You're obviously not going to do that. If you make your own, you'll have something that genuinely has some worth, and you'll be able to click on it if the content is explicit or sensitive. We can only have one supply now. We're going to pick a theme for the blockchain and then click create right down there. Just double checking everything such as create. That was extremely simple. We've just finished uploading our first photograph and making our own NFT. So now that we've made this NFT, we'll have to come up here if we want to sell it. We'll go ahead and hit the sell button. We have the option of selecting a fixed pricing, a high spin rate, or a package. So to keep things simple, we'll go with a fixed pricing. Let's multiply $0.01 ETH by $33. We may specify the privacy as well as include a finishing price and schedule it for a future date. So for now, we'll just leave them all blank. And if we do decide to sell it, we'll hit post listing. Now, one thing to keep in mind regarding making NFTs is that there will be a gas tax in 2 cases. So this is really a tax. This is actually a good thing because it means that people can't simply produce all these photos or have NFTs and sell them and basically flood the market with a bunch of really awful stuff. And you can see that the OpenSea suggested gas charge is currently around $77. So right now we don't have very much money in our account. This fluctuates, so you can see that it's now up to $100. We'll click here, modify, and you'll notice that the pace you choose has an effect on how much it changes. So if we go low, it'll be a little less expensive. It will be a little bit more expensive if we go high speed. As a result, you can see that it is constantly changing because it is based on the current network. Later on, you might produce some artwork and publish it as an NFT to try to sell it. But for now, you get the idea. And this is basically how you can finish your listing and start selling your NFT after you've generated it. Now, if you guys want to buy and sell NFTs, you may come here to the main page and search for products if there's anything you're interested in, such as automobiles or anything. That's essentially how OpenSea works, and it's comparable for other platforms such as Rarible. It's actually fairly straightforward. You may get started right now by creating an account, a Metamask, and a wallet, and then buying and selling NFTs. Another strategy to benefit from NFTs is to amass valuable assets in the hopes of seeing their value improve over time and then selling them for a profit. Collectibles are a great way to sell NFTs. It's similar to stock investment. Collectibles now include video game assets, trading cards, and a variety of other items. NFTs can be found all over the sports world. For example, you've probably heard of NBA Top Shot, Soccer Sorare, Formula One's F1 Delta Time, American football's Rob Gronkowski's Championship Series NFTs, and baseball's MLB Champions NFTs. Essentially, the idea behind these platforms is that you buy collectibles or packs to receive collectibles, hold on to them to see if their value grows, and then sell them for a profit. As previously stated, this is similar to stock investment, but it is a little more dangerous because you can now buy something that may increase in value or decrease in value. It's quite difficult to tell. Now, let's take a look at NBA Top Shot, which is deserving of its own slide. It's just one of the most popular NFT collectible platforms. You should know that the platform topped $200 million in sales in March in 2021. And within a year of its start, it had reached a high daily trading volume of $32 million. So in NBA Top Shot, the goal is to go beyond the 4 moments or highlights, such as dunks, three-pointers, thefts, blocks, or any other exciting game moment, for as low as $9 or as much as $1,000, depending on the highlights, rarity, and quality. It makes you question what kinds of NFTs can be made in media or in other ways, and if they may be discovered in virtual worlds as well. Virtual worlds games are digital simulations in which in-game things or belongings, such as apparel, houses, boats, and other items are NFTs. Somnium Space, Axie Infinity, and Decentraland are some instances of NFT virtual world simulations. Okay, so that was a lot of information, and we'd like to summarize it all and give you some actionable steps you can take right now. And these are extremely versatile, as we saw when we looked at the different generations of NFTs and discussed the various ways that NFTs can generate revenue. So if you want to start selling art as NFTs, you can do so right now because we've already showed you how to make your own NFT and sell it. And if you want to start collecting NFTs, you can do so right now because we already showed you how to make your own NFT and start selling it. We're still in the early ages of NFT development, so even if you don't want to start buying them, selling them, or turning your art into NFTs, just knowing that they exist is extremely valuable. Anyway, I hope you nugget lovers found a lot of value in this video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel so you can see more views. We produce a lot of stuff regarding personal finance and entrepreneurship investing. Once again, thank you for your time, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.